Emerlynne, thanks for joining us. Tell us what exactly the junta has accused Aung San Suu Kyi of doing here.
Aung San Suu Kyi has been found guilty for incitement against the military under Section 505 of the Criminal Court. And she has also been found guilty for alleged breaches of COVID-19 measures under the Natural Disaster Management Law.
Okay, so since the junta overthrew that democratically elected government, we've seen many people taken prisoner. But in the past few months, we've seen the junta release hundreds of people. So why would they want to not only keep pursuing these charges against Aung San Suu Kyi, but potentially imprison her for decades if they convict her of everything that she's charged with?
Well, this sentence that has been imposed by the military junta on Aung San Suu Kyi is just another example of how the military harshly represses any kind of opposition to its rule. So we have to remember, yes, the military may have released many people in the past few months, but there are still hundreds of people who are detained, who are behind bars. So this is not only about Aung San Suu Kyi, but it's about the hundreds of men and women and children behind bars now in Myanmar just because they peacefully exercise their human rights, just because they oppose the military.
So is she likely to have to serve this time, this 4 years that she's been sentenced to today, in a prison? And also, what is the junta's goal for detaining her? Because isn't it just going to backfire on them and continue to stir up more opposition within society?
Well, your second question, I think, is actually quite revealing of how the military junta still, until today, thinks that they can get away with their crimes. And this again, if the international community does not move immediately at this point, this will persist. This will go on. It won't only be Aung San Suu Kyi who will be imprisoned for years, but it will be more people who will just criticize the military. We have had the ASEAN issue its 5-point consensus, but that was months ago. And they have yet to implement this 5-point consensus. The ASEAN, which is the regional body that has most likely the most significant impact on the situation in Myanmar, has been very weak and has not been responding at all to the ongoing violence and the increasing repression in Myanmar.
Got it. And do you think that they're going to put her in a prison, or is the junta likely to keep her in house arrest?
That remains to be seen. But again, I'd like to go back to the thing that, this is not about Aung San Suu Kyi. It is about the hundreds of people who do not have the same profile as Aung San Suu Kyi, but face the terrifying prospect that they will be in jail for decades just because of their opposition to the military.
Absolutely. Emerlynne Gil, so good to have you on our program. Thanks for joining us.